Hello, welcome back to Math 055. This is a video over section 8.3, and in this section we're going to be studying the solutions of quadratic equations. Okay, and how we do that is by looking at the discriminant. Okay, and so given your quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, the portion of your quadratic formula, the b squared minus 4ac, is called your discriminant. Okay. So, let's write this out up over here just so we have it. The discriminant is the b squared minus 4ac. Okay? Now, if you're discriminant, you're going to have three types of solutions. Okay? So we have three types of solutions. Okay, and in that, three types of solutions, we're going to have where we have two solutions. Okay, and that's when you have a quadratic that crosses and creates 2 points. Okay, two solutions, two real solutions. Let me write that, two real solutions. And that's when your discriminant is positive. Okay? If you have one solution, one real solution, okay, that means that your parabola is going to cross the x-axis at one point. Okay, and it's going to look like that. So you have one real solution, okay? This occurs when your discriminant is 0. So discriminant is 0, okay? And then the third option that we have is we have two complex solutions, okay? And that's where we don't have any x-intercepts. Okay, it doesn't cross the x-axis. And what happens here is that the discriminant is negative. Okay, and so those are the three options that we've got. And that's the idea. Okay. And then the other thing that we can also note about the solutions of a system or of a quadratic, if your discriminant is a perfect square, meaning you could take the square root of it, that means that the quadratic equation can be solved by factoring as well. Okay, so I wanted to go through that so that you guys could see what those are. And so on this, for each of these, for each equation, use the discriminant to determine what type of number of the solutions are and how many solutions exist. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's do part A. All right, so part A, and we're just going to look up b squared minus 4ac. Now my b value, or let's do a value first, is 1, b is negative 5, and c is positive 3. So I'm going to do negative 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times 3. So negative 5 squared is going to give me positive 25 minus 4 times 1 is negative 4 times 3 is 12. So 25 minus 12 gives me 13. So because I get 13, this number is positive, meaning we get two real solutions. Okay, and that's that. Okay, if we look at part B, sorry, there's not a ton of room here. So my A value is 1, B value is 4, C value is 6. All right, and so let's kind of box this off here. So if I do b squared minus 4ac, so I'm going to do 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 6. So 4 squared gives me 16. minus 4 times 1 is 4, and then 4 times 6 is going to give me 24. So 16 minus 24 gives me negative 8. Okay, so because I have a negative number, I have 2 complex solutions. Okay, in part C, all right, let me box this off here. Sorry, getting all jumbled. Okay, part C, I've got that my A value is 4, B value is negative 12, and my C value is 9. Okay, so plugging that into my discriminant b squared minus 4ac, I'm going to take negative 12 squared minus 4 times 9. So negative 12 squared is going to give me 144. Okay, so 4 times 4 is 16. So 4 times 4 is 16 times 9 is going to give me 144. So minus 144, and that's going to give me a discriminant value of 0. Okay, 144 minus 144 is 0. Therefore, I have one real solution. Okay, and that's that. All right, now let's take a look at the next few options, okay, and we're going to be writing equations from the solutions that we have. So if I know that my graph is, that we cross the x-axis at -1 and say 3, here's what I know, okay? We're going to work backwards. So I know this. My solutions, and we call them zeros, so solutions, I'm going to write these down. I've got x equals -1, and I have x is equal to -3. Now, when I have solutions, what I want to do is I want to turn those into factors. All right? And so if x is equal to -1, okay, then what I want to do is I want to set that equal to 0. And so what I would do is I would take x equals -1, and I would add 1 to both sides, and I get that x is equal to, x plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, that's one factor. Take the other one, which is x equals -3, and I would add 1 to both sides, add 3 to both sides, and I would get that x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, and that's my other factor. So my factors are these, x plus 1 and x plus 3. Okay, and I set that equal to 0. So I get my factors here, and then I multiply them together. Okay, now at this point, you can either use FOIL or you can use the box method. I'm just going to go ahead and use the box method because I like the box method. X plus 1, x plus 3. So x times x gives me x squared. Okay, 1 times x gives me x. 3 times x gives me 3x. 3 times 1 gives me 3. So now I've got this. I've got x squared plus 3x plus x plus 3 equals 0. And then I have, let's combine them, so I get x squared plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. And that, my friends, is my polynomial. Okay, so we're writing that equation based off of our solutions. Okay, now this one's pretty easy to do. Okay, because we've got just nice, neat numbers. So I've got my solutions, turn them into factors, and then go from there and multiply them to get my answers. Now we're going to do a couple problems on the next page, and they're going to be a little bit trickier. Okay, so bear with me. All right, so for this part, I've got my solutions are plus or minus 3i. Okay. And so let's write this down. I'm going to do x is equal to 3i, and x is equal to -3i. Okay, and these are my solutions. What I want to do is turn those into factors. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to subtract 3i from both sides. Okay, and then add 3i here. Okay. And here's what we're going to get. all right, I'm going to get that this then becomes x minus 3i equals 0. And here I get x plus 3i is equal to 0. All right, so those are my factors. All right, and then I'm going to multiply them together. Okay, so if I take both of those, put them together, we're going to get x minus 3i times x plus 3i. Okay, and that's going to equal 0. All right, so as a result, here's what I'm going to get. So we can use the box method if we want. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So I've got x minus 3i and then x plus 3i. So x times x gives me x squared. X times negative 3i is negative 3ix. X times positive 3i is 3ix. And then negative 3i times 3 gives me minus 9i squared. Okay. Now when I add all these up, I get x squared minus 3ix plus 3ix and then minus 9i squared. Now the cool thing is that my middle terms are going to cancel out. All right, so negative 3ix, positive 3ix, those are going to add to 0. So then what I have left is I have x squared minus 9 times I squared. Now I squared, remember guys, is negative 1. So I get x squared minus 9 times negative 1. Now negative 9 times negative 1 is really positive 9, so x squared plus 9 equals 0. This is all equal to 0. Okay, and that's my equation that I have for that problem. Okay, and that's that. All right, for that one. All right, so it's not too bad, but you know you're going to have a little bit of trickery going on. All right, now the next one, part C, again is a little bit trickier. All right, so let's write down our solutions. So I've got that x is equal to 2 times the square root of 5. And I have that x is equal to negative 2 times the square root of 5. Okay, and I want to obtain factors out of this. All right, so my factors, let's go ahead and subtract 2 square root of 5. Minus 2 square root of 5. Let's go ahead and add 2 root 5. Add 2 root 5. So I end up getting that my factors are x minus 2 square root of 5 is equal to 0. And I have x plus 2 square root of 5 is equal to 0. Okay, these are my factors. So then I want to multiply my factors together, set them equal to 0. So we're going to get x minus 2 square root of 5 and x plus 2 square root of 5. And that's going to equal 0. Okay. Now I can still use the box method here. It kind of depends on however you want to do it. You can FOIL it. I'm just going to use the box method. So I've got x minus 2 square root of 5, and I have x plus 2 square root of 5. So x times x gives me x squared. All right, negative 2 square root of 5 times x, negative 2 square root of 5x. This is going to give me positive 2 square root of 5x. And then this is going to give me negative 2 times 2 gives me 4, negative 4. And then square root of 5 times the square root of 5 is just going to give me 5. All right. So as a result, I'm going to get x squared minus 2 square root of 5 times x plus 2 square root of 5x and then minus 4 times 5. So I get x squared minus, all right, so negative 2 square root of 5x plus 2 square root of 5x are going to cancel out to 0. So now I just have negative 4 times 5, which gives me minus 20, and that's equal to 0, and that's my answer. So, and guys, that's the thing. A lot of this stuff is pretty easy, just kind of introducing a couple small steps here into solving these. However, doing this math here and here really requires you to know all that stuff from Chapter 6 and Chapter 7. Okay, so that's really important that we know how to do all that stuff, in order for us to be successful with this. So, hope you enjoyed this video. A little bit shorter than the other ones, so, let's go ahead and get started on your homework, and we'll see you in a bit. Thanks a lot. Bye.